Hi there. Well, in this video I'm going to show you how to get your documents out of Google Drive or Google Docs, whatever you choose to call it. And it's a very straightforward process, and this is very handy if you're changing jobs or you're just changing account and you want to keep all your documents with you and not have to share them between accounts. The site that you use for this is called Google Takeout, and if you just go to google.com/takeout, it allows you to take all of your data out very easily, and you just create an archive which you can then download it into your documents folder, and I'll have absolutely everything in it, but only if you do a little bit of setup first. And it's very important to get everything arranged and sorted out before you begin this process. Now in this case I've already arranged my folders and I've put everything, all my files, into folders already. For example, let's say I have another document that I've not organised yet, and that's called an untitled document. Just give it a quick name, test 1, and you'll see that is now sitting there on top of everything else, and it's called test 1. If I want to move that into one of my folders, and in this case I'm going to move it into my stuff folder, and click move, and that's now gone, and it's just sitting in that folder. So when I download everything, it'll be nicely tucked away. Now the important thing to remember in this case is that it downloads everything that belongs to you, but within the folders you have to be very careful here as well, and you have to have a quick look through all the files. So I'm going to give you an example here by going to the Interhouse folder. Now I have a house meeting document that belongs to me, and I have a copy of a house meeting document that belongs to Anna Go. And what I need to do is tick that file and make a copy first. And because it's called copy, the new one is going to be called copy of copy. But it belongs to me, and that's the most important thing. Alright, it actually belongs to me now, so I get that file when I download it. And that's particularly important when you start looking at other files as well. If I go into the training folder, I've got a few things in here, but this document called Google Sites Training, a GIS Proposal Amended actually belongs to Steve Trask. Now I want to take that with me, and if I just do a straight download using the Google Takeout, it will leave that behind because it's not mine. So I'm going to tick that, and I can tick multiple files if I need to and make a copy of them. So I'm in the training folder now, and it's making a copy, and there it is, copy of Google Sites Training is now belonging to me. Just make sure you untick everything first. The other thing that you need to remember is that PDF files, Adobe files, won't download in this process at all. You need to do them manually, and you can do them all together, and I've just ticked the box, I click more, I download those, leave them as is, which means they'll remain as PDF files, and click download, and they'll download as a zip file which you can unlock later on. That takes a few seconds to do that, so I'm just going to put you on pause. Okay, I'm back, the zipping has completed, and I've got a download window, and I just click save. It brings that file down and allows me to look at it straight away, which means that I'll be able to see all the files have downloaded successfully. And the little pop-up window has appeared, so I click OK, and I can basically have a quick look to check that everything is there in that file. It's a very, very easy process to do it manually. That will be in my downloads folder. I'll have a little look. There it is, it's exported. Very, very straightforward forward process there. I can undo those now. Now the Google Takeout itself, rather than download everything, which means I could even bring down YouTube videos, contacts, things from my drive, everything in my Google Circles, Picasso albums. In this case I'm just going to choose what I want, and I want my contacts and I want my drive. once it's figured out the size of those files, so my drive is most of the stuff, less than 1% is the contacts file, I just click create an archive and it builds that and starts downloading. If you don't want to wait for it, you can tick the email me when ready and it will just send you an email once it's done. Obviously if you've got a huge number of files it might take 10 or 15 minutes to download. But when you are ready, and that's my downloads folder jumping around now, you can also click download there. It's going to ask me to log in again just as a security feature. And it'll allow me to download that file and save it, and it's called it whitaker.j my takeout.zip, and I'll choose to save that, and it's downloading that file now. Okay, so that download is complete now. I can see that there in the background, or I could go straight to my downloads folder. I'm going to use the shortcut here, and that will open it up for me. Let's make a second copy of one I've done earlier. So my contacts are sitting there, and these are files that will happily upload into an email account later on, so I haven't lost those. And my drive is here as well. Everything tucked away into folders as I wanted it to be. If I go into the training folder, you'll see it's made a copy of that file because I made it my own personal one. And that's how you get your files out of Google Drive or Google Docs, whatever you choose to call it. Just remember, step one is to have a good sort out, clean everything out, remove the stuff you don't need, and I'd advise you to sort stuff into folders. Step two, remember you have to do your PDF files separately, so I'd go through, download those, and you can just merge them with other stuff once you've downloaded it all. And step three, remember any files that belong to other people won't download unless you make a copy of them first, and then when you download them it's your file to download. Okay, I hope you find that helpful, and spread the word if you know other people who are migrating their Google accounts from one to another, changing job, or even just using this as your own personal backup of your files that are stored online.